In towns outside of Phoenix also seeing their own protests and activism as well. These cardboard posters posted on the Gilbert water tower, messages showing support for Black Lives Matter and the family of George Floyd. We also saw a peaceful protest in Chandler, where the mayor and community leaders are meeting today to talk about how to move forward. ABC 15's Claudia Rupsich has this story.
Working on how do we find a way through relationships that matter to bring real transformation and change to something as complicated as what we're looking at.
We have to address the symptoms that cause the reaction in the first place.
Wednesday, pastors met with Chandler Mayor Kevin Hartke. They want to come up with solutions, how to address the fear and anger fueling protests in the valley.
Listening to the voices, making sure that we can properly give credence to issues and pain that might not be part of my experience or someone else's experience.
Part of that involves honest conversations across races and generations.
We've got to be willing to open up our experiences to each other and be willing to be uncomfortable sitting in those experiences. See, it's one thing to come to a table and talk about these are the solutions, these are the things that we think we need to do, and then you leave that table and you never interact with those communities.
We recognize the responsibilities that we have to each other, that if we see something going wrong, we need to do something first.
Tuesday, about 200 people gathered in downtown Chandler to protest. It was peaceful. They left by 8 p.m. No one was arrested.
They made an impact. A lot of people saw them yesterday, so they certainly got their message across.
Chief Sean Duggan has also been meeting with the mayor and leaders.
So to be open and aware that people may have an absolutely different viewpoint is certainly very important. We are embedded in our community, and we are developing those relationships. So when there is a controversy that happens outside of our community, we know we can convene and talk, and we have a track record of treating people right, and the community in this city are proud of their police. But we give them reasons to be proud, and that's perishable, so we got to earn that every day.
He says they'll protect the people's right to protest. The department has mobilized more officers to make sure looting and riots like what we saw in Scottsdale Saturday night don't happen in their communities.
Certainly in modern policing, we understand that we will only be successful if we have the trust, the support, and the respect of the people who live and work here.
These pastors said they're proud of the young people speaking out, but they want to make sure they keep going after the protests are over.
That's done. Now let's get to the table. Let's get you elected. Let's make sure you're voting. Let's get you going to PTA meetings. Let's get you involved and get you in the room.
In Chandler, I'm Claudia Rupsich, ABC 15 Arizona.